Hey, my name's Eric, aka Zero on YouTube. That's Z3R0. Welcome to the very first episode of a new project I wanted to try out called VoiD News Gaming Podcast. I'm 22. I created my channel in about 2014, and I've been playing video games since I was about 5 or 6 maybe. A couple of the consoles that I used to play were the GameCube. I played like Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, all that stuff. Nintendo DS, Super Mario World, all that kind of stuff. More 360, Call of Duty, Halo 3. Obviously played Halo Reach, GTA, all that stuff. Nowadays I play a ton of PC, mainly on Steam. Play Minecraft, The Forest, Elden Ring. You can check out my channel for if you are interested in what kind of games I play. But more about this podcast. Basically, I'm going to be talking about the latest gaming news. The plan right now is to do weekly episodes, and I'm going to try to have a guest co-host sometimes whenever I can make it work. Sometimes scheduling's off, like right now obviously it's just me, but maybe in the future we'll have some other people on here. It's going to take me a minute to kind of get into the groove of stuff. This is kind of like a test episode. But I'm just going to jump right into it. First, I want to talk about this week's upcoming releases, right? So, July 23rd, today, when this podcast is going up, Exophobia is coming out for PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, and Switch. There's a demo available on Steam right now, and I'll throw up a couple pictures up here. I actually was able to play this demo. I love the graphics, almost like old Doom type graphics, old FPS games, stuff like that from like the 90s. Exophobia is a retro-inspired sci-fi FPS with modern Metroidvania progression. It has colorful pixel art, and you're in a human spaceship taken over by hostile alien soldiers, and you have to fight to find the last human survivors. While you're doing all that, you're uncovering a story of a spaceship, and it has like weapon upgrading and multiple levels to explore. Looks pretty cool, honestly. Next up, also today, July 23rd, F1 Manager 2024 is coming out for the PC, PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and it should be $34.99 on all platforms. It's made and published by Frontier Developments, and you're going to be managing one of 10 official teams, or you can even create your own for the very first time. It looks like it has really good graphics. Not much more to say about that. You're managing an F1 team, so should be pretty cool if you're into that. If you see me looking kind of below the camera, it's because I got an outline just so you guys know. Also, this should be available on Spotify and YouTube, and YouTube has a video version, Spotify has just an audio-only version, obviously, so check it out on both platforms, try to support it, stuff like that. Another game today, July 23rd, Forgotten Minds. It looks like it's a pretty cool-looking game. There's a demo available on Steam right now. I believe it's only for PC. It's a fantasy tactical turn-based RPG. The gates of hell were found in the mines of Dorvgrad, and Under-Earth became gutted with monsters. It has a pretty cool retro design. You will use gems to unlock new gear with dozens of classes to kill like goblins, orcs, skeletons, and demons. I wasn't able to actually check out this demo, but I watched a couple videos on it. It does look pretty interesting. Right into the next one, we got Link Keto for PC, also coming out today. Only on PC. It's available on Steam. There is a demo out right now too. It's a connection-based puzzle game with connect, arrange, flick, or push like 100 different physical blocks. It's really cool. You can combine a bunch of different electrical components and stuff. It's also got a level editor. You can build machines, defuse bombs, and control robots. Another one on July 23rd is Ninja Slayer Neo Saitama in Flames. Comes out on the PC and the Switch. It's a very fast-paced action platformer based on the world of Ninja Slayer. That's the hit manga that sold 4.4 million copies worldwide, which is pretty insane. So you get to play in the fictional cyberpunk city of Neo Saitama and take control of Ninja Slayer. A quote from Steam reads as, "The Ninja Slayer story is set in Neo Saitama, a futuristic fictional city. Race across skyscrapers, streets, and more across 8 unique stages on your quest to reach Tokorozawa Pillar, the ninja's final base, all against the backdrop of the night in a bright, bustling metropolis." Tons of ones coming out today. This one's called The Star Named Eos for PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, and Switch. I did get to play this one, the demo on Steam. I loved the graphics. It was kind of like a puzzle type game where you had to find clues and almost like an escape the room, but it was based on like photography and stuff. It has hand-drawn art, panoramic scenery. It's a really fun game. I had a lot of fun, and I played it for like 30, 40 minutes maybe, something like that. Here, a quote from Steam reads, "When he was a young child, Dai received letters from his mother on her travels. They always included a beautiful picture of places she visited. But one day, Dai notices something strange in the photo that threatens to overturn everything he ever believed in." Like I said, I had a lot of fun playing that demo, so definitely check it out if you're interested. Next game coming out July 24th is called The Far Lands. I think this game is really cool, so we're going to go over a whole bunch of stuff. It's entering early access tomorrow. You can buy your own planet practically for free, and it has a little bit of consequences with that. Leave your metropolis for a rural life, planning to update during early access. They got the first release, more of a regular sandbox experience, and then the first update is immediately the calendar update, which can add days of the week, seasonal events. Then the third update, Home Sweet Home upgrades, tool upgrades, food recipes, all that stuff. Then there's the love update, which is going to have like social relationships with different characters, events and dialogues for friendship levels. Apparently they're going to be adding the first events in this update, and then every future update will add more and more events. Then you're going to be able to message and email your neighbors too. Fifth update is just going to be like hostile mobs, and then they're going to add a second mine. Sixth update is going to add a new whole planet, and a day/night system will be extremely long on that planet, which I find very interesting. The eighth one's barn and cattle update, stables in the space animal core system. So I think animals will turn into resources, then give you money, something like that. And the ninth update is going to be the weddings update. So Mac's relationship with characters is going to be allowing marriage and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And then the 10th update is going to be the complete game. It's not the end of the development. They're going to add a third planet with a new third mine, new oxygen mechanics in the mine, and all that stuff. So that sounds super interesting. July 25th, Sea of Thieves Season 13 is dropping. You're actually going to be able to play as the enemy. Flameheart returns with a newly rebuilt flagship that sails around. Once defeated, gain access to a unique voyage for assisting Flameheart. This new ship has 10 cannons, has a front-facing double fireball launcher, 4 ladders, 7 sails across 3 masts, and an NP skeleton crew that will assist you depending on how big your crew is. They can attack people boarding, repair, fire cannons, and you get new voyages and new treasure in this update, so that's going to be really interesting. I'm probably going to end up playing it on my channel. I love Sea of Thieves. I'm going to be super interested in that, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Next up, also on the 25th, we got a Ranger role puzzling adventure. It's got a very unique interconnected grid that spans the entire world, which is actually how your character moves. I believe there's a demo available on Steam. It's also coming out on PS5 and Switch along with computer. It's story-driven adventure, small-town misfit on a journey of self-discovery, RPG with no XP in all the inventory is handled in-world, which I think is very cool. Next up, we've got Earth Defense Force 6, which actually released 2 years ago in Japan, I believe. Coming out also July 25th for the PlayStation 5, 4, PC, and the Windows 10 store. It's going to be $53.99 till the 25th, and then it'll be $60 after that. Third-person action FPS features tanks and giant mechs, gigantic insect-like enemies, variety of classes. As I said, this game did already come out, so this is like the port, the English version. So if you're really interested in it, you can go check out some gameplay in Japanese of people actually just playing through it and stuff like that already. It looked like a pretty cool game. I'm not going to get it at all. I'm probably not going to get most of these games, but I thought it looked very interesting. Next up, we got House of Golf 2 for July 25th. PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. It looks like a really cool golf game where you like get to play in really cool scenarios. Apparently it's multiplayer golf, and there's 100 different unique holes, up to 4 players as well. And there's a trick score system, so you can like do cool tricks and stuff like that and get extra points. It looks like some of these levels you look like you're almost like a toy from Toy Story, and you can use all these different golf balls. Like one of them looks like a wheel and then like a little fish. I think that looks really cool. You can see everything from like such a small down perspective. All right, this one I am excited for. I'm not going to be picking it up right away, but it's the Sims 4 Love Struck DLC. It's dropping July 25th, Wednesday for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X/S, and Xbox One for $40. Personally, I was going to do a Let's Play with this, but I'm actually going to do one on just the packs that I already have and everything like that, just because I'm going to wait until it goes on sale to get this. There is a new city made for romance, though, called Ciudad Enamorada, featuring 3 new neighborhoods with places for Sims to meet, flirt, and even woohoo, is what the Steam page literally says. It's basically a dating expansion that has a dating app called Cupid's Corner, and a new romance skill unlocks like new seductive interactions is what they describe it as. And there's a bunch of new like Cupid/love themed furniture. Sorry about that. That actually comes out on Thursday. I don't know why I said Wednesday, but the next one is July 26th for PC, Ultimate Zombie Defense 2. There is a demo for this. I didn't get to check this out. I did want to, but it's 4-player co-op or solo zombie slaying, base building, boss battling, mayhem. It looks really cool, I won't lie. It almost looks like it's going to be challenging some Call of Duty type stuff. It's based in modern day Europe, and you can place objects like chain link fences, sandbags, turrets, mines, and more. It's got a very wide variety of weapons, it looks like, with a ton of attachments, unique boss fights, and high scores. I'm pretty excited for this. I'm probably gonna watch some videos on it, see the reviews and different things like that. Maybe I'll pick it up. We'll see. I'm not sure how much money that one is. Next up on July 26th, also we got Wiko the Mask Gatherer. This one also had a demo I didn't get to check out. It's a third-person action adventure game. You get to play as Wiko on a quest to collect the 7 powerful primordial masks. Each one is gonna give you unique powers every time you collect a new one. It has very diverse landscapes from Huishi Village to the Shrouded Whispers of the Dark Forest. This game looks like a really cool art style. I love the colorful nature of it and all that. It looks like it would be really cool. So I might end up checking out the demo at some point and go off that. July 30th, we've got the Garden Path for PC. No demo for this, but it looks really cool. It's got a hand-drawn aesthetic, and it's supposedly a slice-of-life sim about the joy of gardening. It's designed for like 10 to 30 minutes at a time, just doing various tasks and small stuff like that. It features gardening, fishing, home design, and quests, so we'll see how that looks. Check it out if it sounds interesting to you. Also, July 30th, Song of Death. No demo for this. It's a Rogue Elite rhythm survival game. You get to play as Macho, based on characters from the Three Kingdoms. There's tons of weapons, synergies, tags, great character special effects. It's like a 2D side camera-esque looking game. The last game that comes out this month, which I'm just gonna get over with because it's on the 31st, but still. It's called Minds Beneath Us. It's a thrilling sci-fi journey in a futuristic Asian city. Fully automated city by advanced AI. A quote from Steam reads, "Minds Beneath Us is an adventure about a guy in a data ghost who lives in his head and controls his body. After society has become fully automated with AI, a new industry has emerged that replaces the hardware needed to operate the internet with linked humans' brains. You get to make your own dialogue choices. It has hand-drawn animation, 2D character, and 3D environments." It looks really cool. It almost looks like a Detroit Becomes Human type game, but just a really different aesthetic, not 3D obviously. It looks so interesting, so might end up checking out the demo for that as well. Alright, that's going to be it for that segment, guys. Next, we're moving on to news that has happened in the last week. So this is like, in the last 7 days, all the news that's been happening. Former Toys for Bob concept artist made several tweets claiming that Crash Bandicoot 5 was at some point being developed along with another game called Project Dragon, which have both been scrapped, canceled, they're not being made anymore. Project Dragon was supposedly going to be a survival and crafting cozy sandbox RPG game with buildable world locks inspired by Minecraft, filled with fantasy characters and quests inspired by Breath of the Wild. They posted tons of concept art and images up there. If you're watching the YouTube version, you'll be able to see those. If not, there's some really cool images on here of like some dragon looking things, some pictures of environments with like very blocky features, but they're still like very bushy and realistic looking. The water looks really good. There's an Oka mob that looks very interesting, a concept art. Yeah, just tons of stuff, and it looks very beautiful and very cool. Next up, an interview from the Flow podcast. The CD Projekt Red's associate game director, Paweł Sasko, clarified all their games being developed right now are in the very early stages. He said one of the most advanced games that they're developing would be The Witcher 4, okay? Codenamed Polaris is set to start active production this year, the first Witcher game, he says, in a brand new trilogy, confirming The Witcher 4, 5, and 6, okay? Geralt of Rivia is confirmed to not be the protagonist of the next game, but he may end up showing up in the story. It's not exactly confirmed yet, so we'll have to see and figure that out as it goes. Another little bit of announcement, Black Ops 6 beta has been announced. The early access one, if you end up pre-ordering one of the special editions that gives you access to it, is going to be August 30th to September 4th, and then the open beta is going to be September 6th to the 9th, so it looks like we'll have a couple days in between. Kind of weird, but whatever. On the 18th, Paramount Plus ended up canceling the Halo TV show, so that was not very great, but you know, it is what it is. And then there are a couple of games that I actually kind of just want to mention right now that are coming out in the future that I'm extremely excited for. First of all is going to be Star Wars Outlaws. It's basically set in between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. You're going to be playing as Scoundrel K. Vess in the Outer Rim. You're going to be seeing Jabba the Hutt in the trailer. We see him, so he's probably going to be in the game. Long story short, it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting, and you're going to be like in between the Empire and like your freedom and all this different space fights, dog fights, all ground fights with laser guns. Doesn't look like lightsabers are going to be involved, but looks very interesting. And also, D. Bradley Baker is playing some of the animals in it, and if you know him from Avatar or Phineas and Ferb or anything like that, you know that's going to be really good. There's also going to be, also September 3rd, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions for PC comes out, and basically all consoles, all basically every platform. But it's going to be a pretty cool Harry Potter Quidditch game. I really like the art design if you look it up. I'm also very excited for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero coming out in October. If you get the Ultimate Edition, you get the game 3 days early on the 8th, so that should be interesting, see who does that. But there are so many characters and the gameplay looks really good to me, so I'm just pretty excited. I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. We've got Assassin's Creed Shadows, which has seen some controversy online, but we're not really going to get into that. Monster Hunter Wilds and Civilization 7 are coming sometimes, probably around 2025. Fable is also supposed to be coming out in 2025 at some point, which I'm extremely excited for. The trailer for that looks pretty good. We haven't really seen much gameplay or anything like that, but I'm still excited. The Elder Scrolls 6 hasn't received any new info 6 years after. In 2023, Phil Spencer stated that the sequel was still at least 5 years away, putting us at a 2028 release, so don't even expect that anytime soon. We probably won't be talking about that at all. The last game I want to mention is The Sims 5, aka Project Renee. It has some sort of multiplayer been hinted, and the very early footage shows extreme customization of everything. You can change the design of the wood on your bed, make that design different sizes, change the color of your couch with a color wheel, add patterns you can color as well, and place pillows on that couch even. It looks insane. They've claimed that it's not supposed to be a replacement to The Sims 4, so we'll see how that goes. Probably gonna have tons of DLC and stuff like that. They did say it's gonna have more stuff, like possibly seasons in the base game and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, so honestly, that was everything I had in my outline. I thought that this was going to go on for much longer, so this is an extremely short podcast. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Make sure to check it out on YouTube and Spotify. Next time I'll try to flesh it out a little bit more. We'll hopefully have someone to bounce off and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. Make sure to share this with anybody that you think will enjoy it. And yeah, check out us next Tuesday for another update on all your gaming news.